Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is April 24th. This is our index touch-up prior to the market opening again on Monday. We'll be looking at the Dow, the S&P, TNA, and the VIX. And this will be really quick. On the daily of the Dow, we have further separation of the short-term moving averages. Very, very nice. Long-term moving averages are still very, very strong. This bar on Wednesday, the completion of that was a textbook guppy entry. So that is very nice. We don't yet see any deviation on the shortest term moving averages for a correction. An NDE can mess that up for us, a news-driven event, as they trump all charts, but by the book, this looks very nice. On the 60-minute, we have a complete cross of the long-term moving averages, very bullish, and we are healing some variation and anomalies within the short-term moving averages. Notice we do not have a downtick on the fastest moving averages, signifying that there is no correction to be had as of yet. We'll be watching that closely. And on the 30-minute, we had compression of the shortest term moving average, which is now pointing back up and gaining separation. Very, very nice. And on the 15-minute, still a strong underlying long-term moving average trend. We did have a flat line towards the end of the day. And there is some pauses to be expected, as the market has to decide whether or not it wants to break out to new highs or not. But it looks very good. S&P is going to be more of the same, most likely. On the daily, we do have a crossover of the shortest term moving averages, short term. That is a textbook guppy entry, as we came down, tested the long term, and are bouncing off of it. Assuming that we get a further upside move or even a sideways move, the shortest term moving averages will expand and strengthen the momentum in the upward direction. Notice also the long term moving averages are pointed up instead of sideways. Very bullish. On the 60-minute, we did have a cross of the long term moving averages. Very bullish. And just like the Dow, we are healing anomalies within the short-term trend. And no down spikes pointing down on a bar, so that looks fantastic. And more just like the Dow, I'm going to move on to TNA, which signifies and represents the Russell, or what I use to represent the Russell anyway. And here we have a very nice looking chart on the daily. We do have a bounce off the long-term moving averages and a crossover. This is textbook guppy entry. Some people might be a little concerned about this hammer. I am not, just because the short-term trend is pointed up, as is the long-term moving averages. Very nice. Now on the 60-minute, we did complete the crossover of the long-term moving average. It is pointed up in a significant way. However, we do have compression of the short-term moving averages. We do not have a complete flat line, and we do not have any crossover of those moving averages. So like I was talking about before, pauses are expected, and this looks like one of them. 30-minute, more of the same. In this case, it is more of a complete flat line. Could come back and test the long-term moving average. If it does and bounces off, that will be a new entry on the 30-minute time frame. And the 15-minute, we do have a complete flat line, which is weakening the 15-minute long-term trend. However, it is holding and the moving averages are uniform. Very nice. I would say that that TNA is very bullish. And going on to the VIX, I've covered this a few times. I still don't believe people are saying VIX can't go lower, VIX is at a bottom, it's gone too far. It is on the daily sitting on the bottom Bollinger Band. Does that give reason to pause? It could contribute. All the secondary indicators are pretty low, but they can stay there for a very long period of time. We do have a crossover on the long-term moving average to be bearish, and we do have some separation on the short-term moving average, which could be a little bit more than it should, but it is completely uniform and it doesn't look like it has very much wobble to it. Overall, I would say definitely this can go down further. On the 60 minutes, we'll see it in greater detail. The bearish long-term moving averages are getting stronger, and we do have a little bit of wobble on the shortest term and short mid-term moving averages. Notice none of them are pointed up, so we should not expect a correction as of yet. Of course, that can change quickly in this news-driven market, but overall it doesn't look like a point of concern at this moment with the data that is available. And the 15-minute is showing a bit of a flat line, showing consensus of price. And similar to over here, when people were saying it's gone down too far, you did come up, have consensus of price until it broke down again. Will that repeat? Only time will tell, but we do have the long-term moving averages in a bearish condition. It does look relatively strong, pretty darn strong actually, and time will tell. And the 5-minute already shows that it came up, had price consensus at the bottom of the bearish long-term moving averages, and started to separate at the very end of the day. So once again, giving further credence towards downwards movement in the immediate future. And there it is. As always, all investing decisions are your own. These videos and charts are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Please stop by bearsandexile.com. We have a forum, we have news, we have articles, we have videos every single night. We would love for you to come and join us. Thank you very much.